Here's the word from Jeremiah, from Baruch. And he goes and he tells all the princes of the house this monumental word. You got to understand, this is not no everyday thing. This is a big deal. God has given a word. Everybody's antenna is up. We've got to start thinking on a higher level, because what is happening in the book of Jeremiah is high level. Get no higher than this, friend. The book of Jeremiah is showing you the levels of this house. It's showing you that there are levels to everything you see in this world. The people you see on news media, the people you see in levels within particular systems, they are not the highest level. They are the ones that are put in that position to interact at that level. But you must know that there are higher levels beyond them, and that they don't make the decisions. They just convey what has already been decided upon at the higher levels that nobody knows about. This is what the Bible is conveying in the book of Jeremiah. Baruch has come upon everybody and given this word. In the chamber of the front men of the house, those that he had within his reach, they're high level people, but they're the people that act as in-betweens, those that are higher than them in the public. One of those people finds it of great importance that he takes it to another level. He goes to the princes and he says, look, there is a word from God from Jeremiah. Jeremiah got a word from God, and Baruch has written it down and he's read it to us, and we really need to get some attention on this. And then the princes sent Jehudi. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. This is how you know it's high level. You never hear of Jehudi anywhere else in the Bible. You don't hear this name anywhere else. Some of the names that are mentioned in this after Jehudi is introduced, you never hear anywhere else. Because these people do not come out. They don't come into the light. They don't want to be known, friend. They are the 1%. They don't want to have the light shone upon them. And even though Jehudi comes forth and he is not the one to make the decisions, he is the scribe, the recorder, the messenger. He's the highest messenger you're going to get in this house. He's not just a messenger. He's the master of knowledge, mathematics, linguistics. They call upon the master of linguistics because Baruch has come forth with a scroll that he wrote by hand out of the mouth of Jeremiah, who was getting a download from God. These people know more than anyone the error in their ways. They know where they have gone wrong. Yet, it's far too difficult to fix it. They've gone too long down the road. They've created soulless beings that don't have karma. They've got them doing work for them just so that they can have comforts. You know that if you've mastered the art of creating soulless beings for comforts, soulless beings that can assist you in making life better, then what does the mind created to do other than that? These golem that they were creating, they had gotten to a point, friend, they had perfected creating these golem. You had golem that were created just to handle war situations. They were a war group initially. They were created to protect. Fred. Very, very strong entities. We just came out of the story of Abram and Lot, and Abram going with 318 men that he had at his disposal to war with 800,000, all for his brother Lot. And the ancient Judaic texts, they speak to these golem being extremely strong. They were warriors, a warring class of people, designed just to war. They would have words, sigils put in their head that would control them. Friend, I know this sounds like fantasy. I know it sounds like something unreal. When you Google it, what comes up? Fantasy. D&G, Dungeons and Dragons, and all kind of fictitious fantasy gaming content. But these things actually were created. If you look deeply into the Judaic texts, you will find that they were very common. No, there's no hiding them. Even in the book of Psalms, they speak to the golem. In this Bible. And these were the reasons God was so angry with these people. They had gone from idol worshiping, from a figurine, and listen to this, a figurine, an idol is nothing but an item made out of dirt, clay. Listen. So that a spirit could be encased within it. They had taken it a step further from a standing figure, which was already a sin, to giving the figure life. But it had no internal son initially. Initially, it did not have an eternal son. But as anything else, even the creations of the mind in the form of symbols or even sigils, you give them life by attention, by intentionally invoking life in them. And just because you don't pay them any more attention doesn't mean they go away. They don't just die off. They fight for survival like anything else in this realm. That is the component of life. It's survival of the fittest, soul or no soul. It is to strive to keep your existence. When brought into the world of life, when animated and made conscious, the consciousness will fight to keep itself alive.